how do you feel about joining the board, and is it a dream come true, or is there some trepidation?
Well, it's a privilege, and I'm really happy to be on board, literally in every sense. As you say, I've followed the club for quite a few years now. I think I was a little bit lucky in terms of the time that I came along. I decided to come and start supporting just the pre-Cottrell era. Been a season ticket holder ever since, and it's been very many good times, and so a lot of happy times here. And I think it's about time I try to put a little bit back in, as well as just taking the pleasure out of watching the club every week.
Brilliant. Well, it's great. Yeah. It's great to have a legal brain on board, because over the years we've had a number of legal tussles and issues. We won't go into those and the personalities involved, but you've already added great value this season, and it's credit to you and also to Thompson and Banks that they've been very positive in your role at the club. And indeed continue to sponsor one of our plans. So, what are the sort of things you're looking forward to now as a member?
Well, first of all, with regard to our sponsorship and my firm, obviously I'm the keen supporter, and originally I sort of went with trepidation to see whether my partners were happy to invest and support the club, which they have been, and I think we've had good value back as well. Certainly we've increased our presence here over the last few years, which has been great. In terms of the future, I'd just like to be able to contribute and help the club to regain its rightful position in the league, and do what I can to really share a bit of the load that I know that you and the rest of the guys have in keeping the club together. I've realised in the last few weeks just how much you actually do. I've always known it's not a small or easy task, but the amount of time that you and the rest of the guys on the board put in is really a bit of an eye-opener.
Emails are very hot, and and I know you've already had your fair share, but partly because we've had a very, very busy close season in agreeing a lot of new legal agreements, both with the shop and with the new stadium sponsor, new stand sponsors. So it's great that you're able to cast your eye over there, and certainly pick up an awful lot of stuff which I think we might have missed. So really appreciate your contribution on that. So is your plan to come and watch every game this season, or are you going to make a few excuses?
I will hope to see every home game, certainly. I haven't missed a home game for several seasons, but I'm not sure I shall make all the away games this season. But I should start out with that intention. But if we're playing away at Barrow on a cold, wet Tuesday night, that might test my resolve.
You'll be there. Yeah, you'll be there. And I know you're already planning a weekend night in Newcastle with your boys when we go up to Gateshead.
Absolutely.
And we actually had some great family times, haven't we? With your kids and mine. I remember we went to York a couple of years ago and made a weekend of it. Perhaps we do the same down in Torquay if we can find a hotel down there. I don't know. But it's great to have you on board.